down to the B side.
Hello, beautiful people. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back, baby. Welcome back. I know it has been a long time since I have had a video out, but you know what? The life be life, man. It's harder to be consistent with this than most people ever will tell you. So shout out to the people who are consistently consistent here down to the YouTube, because I'm working on it. We're working on it. We praying. That being said, I have been extremely blessed that your bitch has been out, able to do some real drag in the world. So, while I can't be here to the YouTube giving the reviews on the drag race, I've been out being a local queen, doing my big one. So if you are interested in the things that I'm doing in the work, in the drag, go ahead, follow me down to Instagram.com/Angela Roche. It's the same name as the channel. And you can find me there. You can see where I will be performing. And you can just see what I do over there as well. So yeah, shout out to that. Shout out to me being gone. I'm trying not to be gone so long like that. I'm gonna try. No promises, but I'm gonna try. But shout out to y'all for being back and being in this with me. I appreciate y'all. And we're gonna keep it pushing. Period. So we are here to talk about season 16, episode, what is this? 8? 8? What? It's a snatch game. Okay, it's a snatch game. It's the episode of Drag Race that we all know is coming. Out of all the season, it's coming. It's snatch game, girl. We doing a snatch game, period. And honestly, from a production standpoint, I thoroughly enjoyed this. We had good storytelling, we had good edits, we had good cuts, we had fun camera shots. We had one point during this where I said, ooh, the producers really forced out some stuff here, but that's their job, I guess. So let's get into it. We start off, the people that walk back in the room. The person who went home last week went home, by Megami girl. Unfortunately, for those of us who have watched the show, we know who the filler girls are. And when I say filler, I mean the people who are going out between the second out and between the top 5. You all are what will be the gap. We might we love you all. You are all great, wonderful, and amazing. But you are the filler. You are the gap. The first 2 people to go home, we usually remember. The last, the final 5, final 4, we remember. The middle girls have impact. So yeah, Megami, you're part of the gap. We knew it was coming. The same thing with the person who went home today. We knew she was also part of the gap. And when I say know that they're part of the gap, I'm talking about strictly from a perspective of, we've been watching the show so long. When we seen the edit you got from the beginning, we knew what it was giving. And so let's not play games. Let's not. We're not going to sit here and act like we don't know the things that we know, or at least speculate on the things that we speculate based on the track record of the things happening over and over and over again, right? All right. So now that we're on the same page, let's get into it. We start this episode. It immediately lets us know that Maya is going to have a redemption of some sort. As we started the episode with them coming in and Maya being a little shady and a little more shady, but vocal about it. And I said, okay, so y'all gonna give her this. Plain Jane is still trying to have this redemption arc story. I feel like the producers want her to have a redemption arc storyline, and the girls are not here for it. The girls are not here for any of her niceties or her new leaf. They're not about it, and I'm kind of here for that, because as the current edit is currently going, it will be very hard to put a crown on Miss Plain Jane's head, considering half the people don't like her. The other half of us think that she's great TV, and everyone acknowledges that she's doing well in the competition. So shout out to Jane. Good TV, bitch. You work my nerve. I would want to pop you in the head. I absolutely would. My God, today. I'm not a violent person, but ooh, the way I would read you back. And today we did the reading challenge. Woo! But before we got to the reading challenge, the girls came in for the next day, and we got this really awkward situation where Morphine told us about a situation between her and Tsunami, and I immediately knew Tsunami was going home as soon as this came up, because I said, Morphine, you told us some random story And then the story really didn't end nowhere. Like, she was talking to this man you wanted to talk to, then she was with somebody else. Like, Morphine, that story would have made more sense if, like, y'all took them home together, girl. So that was a little odd. But I'm not gonna lie. As soon as that popped up, I knew the writing was on the wall for Miss Tsunami. I knew it was in danger. Somehow we did not get the little message from RuPaul giving a little what's it to do to die today at a minute or two to two, that she does on the screen in that same wig and the same hair that she's been rocking for the same last like 3 seasons, international and American. We didn't get that moment. Instead, RuPaul just walked into the workroom in a gorgeous looking suit. So that was kind of cool. Cut out, trim the fat, I guess. We did the reading challenge per usual. If you've been watching this for a while, you already know. The winner of the reading challenge always gets twice the amount of reads as the other girls. Every time. So if you didn't know Tsunami was going to win on the sheer fact that some of her jokes were the funniest, you should have known she was going to win because she had like 5 of them and everyone else had like 2. Word of Wonder, I'm hoping that you drop the full version of the reading challenge down to down to YouTube, please, because I want to know. I'm not really mad about it. Mama won. We can't go back and do it. Doesn't matter who was funnier. It's over now. So, like, pay it. But I do want to see what else the people had to say about each other. Personally. Let's see. After that, it gets told a snatch game. Did anything... I mean, no. Most of the storytelling here was fine, right? It's pretty standard. People don't know what they're going to do. Somebody's a little scared. Tsunami has the idea to do her own character. Again, this is a snatch game where we're supposed to be bringing the energy and the life out of somebody, and we're focused. We spend a lot of time talking to Maya and Cher, to Maya and Chad Michaels, who came in the workroom, and then Rue. I said, okay, so we're gearing up for Maya to be in the bottom, or is she winning? We spent a lot of time focused on the fact that Mama, her energy be a little, So I said, does that mean she's winning today's episode? Is that what it's given? Because we're kind of feeling like y'all was setting her up to be the winner. Whatever. We move on. We get down to the snatch game, and it was very clear who was going to be the winner of this week's, the top 2 of this week's episode. Because, first of all, let's talk about it. Almost every time someone sits at that first chair next to RuPaul, they are either in the top or the bottom. Every time. Every time. If you are in that first chair at the bottom row, you are almost always at the top or the bottom. Now, I do have some questions about the snatch game. RuPaul, who told you to try to bring that lady out of character? Why did you address Saphira as... why did you address James Brown via Saphira? How did that happen? You literally ignored the fact that it's Saphira, and you said you whooped with the shoes, and I said, now how would that happen? Because James Brown wouldn't have known nothing that Saphira did to us. But shout out to Saphira because you was on it. I want to know who told you to try to trip her like that, or did you do it because it was James Brown and like you love James Brown, so you said, "Oh, I'm going in." RuPaul, what happened there? Because that felt real awkward for me. Based on the episode and the edits that we got on this, baby, we knew Nymphia, you were in the bottom, baby. They only showed you bomb. So if you did do anything funny, we didn't see it. Q, I don't think you did much. Like, in terms of, I'm talking about the footage we didn't see. Q, I don't think you did anything of note during this entire series. Morphine, I bet it was worse. Tsunami, I bet it was just as bad as we saw. There are other people in this I know I'm forgetting about. Oh, Plasma. I bet it was Plasma. Like, it was fine. I bet it was fine. I don't know. Like, the edit we got, I enjoyed. I think World of Wonder honestly got tired of us, the people, complaining about non-entertaining snatch games and non-entertaining reading challenges, because these ones they hit and they hit marks and they hit lines. And I said, oh, you wanted to make sure we knew that the people could be a little funny, a little bit, not too much. The reading challenge I enjoyed. I didn't hate it. I had a good time with the stuff. I think what I really enjoyed about the reading challenge was the speed of the editing. Like they made sure the stuff that I got you. The real winner of all the people who weren't very good at the reading challenge was the editor, because they created comedic timing for you that did not exist. Even Maya bombing the reading challenge, they created such comedic timing in the way that they presented it to us. We laughed at her, not at her joke. But that's just me. So shout out to the editors. You were also the winner of this week's mini challenge. But now we done finished through the Snatch Game. I mean, well, it's Snatch Game. You want to talk to somebody asking about all the different people and what all they did, go ask Matty Rance. He talks about all of that. I'm not getting into all that. So we get to the runway. I still have questions about the lighting. I'm really interested to know who is in control of the light. Who's the lighting director for this? Cause y'all have, I feel like somebody is trying to introduce blues, and y'all are just struggling to figure it out. Because some weeks the runway lighting is like super blue on everybody's feet, and then other weeks like today it's just a pink. It's just a sunset with no blue color story. And today I was like, this is giving me season 9. It's way too pink. There's way too much pink and orange. Certain things felt a little washed out on the runway. Also, Dear World of Wonder, this is one of those situations where I really want to know what the prompt was for this runway theme. The theme was Dancing Queens. Was this supposed to be a mini challenge? I'm just wondering if this was supposed to be a mini challenge. Because while Plain Jane looked great, I also could see that she might have pulled that out for a lip sync Lollapalooza episode. Saphira, you looked good, but also it felt like this could have been a lip sync Lollapalooza episode costume. So I'm just interested to know like what the actual like prompt was for this. Also, yeah, it felt disconnected because some people were doing genres of dance, and then you had Q doing a specific dance. Now, on a personal note, I am glad that nobody nogged, but I wish there was somebody from Ballroom so we could see actual voguing on RuPaul's Drag Race, because this would have been the moment for somebody to do it correctly. But that's, neither here nor there. I'm very confused though why it is that we had a runway called Dancing Queen, and you put the one person who cannot move, the baby can't barely walk, and you put her first. Why did y'all do that to her? Like, that was unfair, because it said Dancing Queen, and the first thing in my head was, okay, well, I'm not interested to see Q. And it's no shade to Q, but like, girl, you're not a mover like that. And that's been the story for the last few episodes. And of course, the first up, Q. And I said, girl, what? Why? Like, this is not how you want to start this. Q, no shade. Q should have been in the middle of this. Because, what did you just say? Get it out the way. Like, just get the mess out the way, because we already know she's going to be a mess. Like, what happened? I don't know. I would have made different choices. I sure would have. But, that is what it is. They made that choice there. That was cute. The people came through. They all looked normal. Yeah, they look normal. If you want full reviews about what the people look like, in my opinion, go over to Really Be TV's channel, and Really Be TV Reviews, and you can find it over there. We did the panel, and we talked about all these things. You can go find us over there. We got it. Boom. Okay, now production. Dear production, I get that having two friends lip sync against each other is like an extra added bonus to the how should you say, the emotional category of these lip syncs for your life. But for the life of me, I cannot understand how we justified Nymphia not lip syncing today. And that's just like, nope, let me rephrase that. No, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Because they knew that people would love her a whole lot more. And here's the reality, right? She would have had to have lip synced against Tsunami. I do not care what you say. There's none of us queens who will be going home to a Whitney Houston song to somebody who is not also of some, well, no, I guess Nymphia is of color. I just don't see a world where Nymphia is sending Tsunami home on a Whitney Houston. I'm so sorry, and that might sound rude. We just, no. Now, Morphine, Miss Thing, you brought me the Latina. You brought me somebody. Or you wanted to dance with somebody. Yeah, I wasn't mad, baby. But I'm a little bothered by this lip sync situation where y'all keep like putting friends against each other when that shouldn't be the case. You did it to Geneva and Maya. But I also think that was because you all realized that Maya was probably the only person who could dance her the fuck out of the house. Like, the reality is, I feel like y'all put her in the bottom to make sure she went home. I also feel like that has happened before where certain people were put in or kept out of the bottom to ensure the departure of another person. Season 12. Heidi in Closet, I'm looking at you, sis. You were, I don't want to use the word used, but where they said, oh, we can just use, Rue likes her and we can make sure she can send somebody home when needed. Got you. And you know what? If you're gonna be that girl, be that girl. Now we get to the end of the episode. We have a winner. Shout out to who actually this lip sync. I enjoyed this lip sync because the editors didn't do too much. They didn't do too much. I always think of the lip sync kind of like a music video. I'm always like, we have to watch it. And I really appreciated that they really just didn't do the absolute most. So, excuse me. But yeah, I appreciated it didn't do like the absolute most with this edit. It was fun. They made sure it was light, easy. Apparently there was a whole like boo-hooing cry that happened after the lip sync, but I think because the lip sync was so fun and joyous to an extent, they just kind of like, yeah, let's not like do that. But shout out to Tsunami Muse. You really had, I mean, if we want to talk about your edit, sis, you had a perfect showing, right? There is at no point where you look crazy, disrespectful, bad, mean, unkind, or anything of that nature. Everything you said made sense and was fair. You were kind to the people. You always looked good, even though El Teddy doesn't see it for your makeup. But you always look good. You went out beautiful. You looked gorgeous on your way out the door. And you're part of the most iconic talent show from this season. Your heel clacking, more please, is a part of the TikTok. So, shout out to Tsunami. You really had there was no real bottom like problems to your story. You just hit a snag that didn't work and you went home for it. But you know what? It looked good. Now that being said, we are at the end of the episode. It's time to make some predictions based on the edits and the things that we have seen. One, the rest of you girls might want to be a little scared. Obviously it's too late, but based on what we're watching, the other girls might be a little scared because RuPaul seems to like Maya quite a bit and is like literally dragging it out of her. And we know what happens when RuPaul really likes somebody. They stick around until until RuPaul is no longer entertained. So if I'm the other girls, I'm probably like looking at Maya going, oh shit, Ru like sees it for her so hard, she like dug out of her a snatch game. Yike. Outside of that, what we're getting, let's see, Saphira, you're getting a winner edit, baby. Because you don't have to tell us you're amazing. We know. Your looks have not missed. You have been funny. You have executed the challenges as best as possible. Shout out to Saphira. Definitely Mother. Nymphia, you're wearing everybody low. Somebody mentioned it and they said with Nymphia, it's kind of like we're doing this. Was it Sasha? I think it was Sasha Colby, down to the pit stop, and I agree. The edit we're getting from her is like, whoa, calm down. Calm your banana down. This is a lot. And I don't know if it's really that much banana in person, but like, relax, sis. Relax. Plasma, I need you to take us in. Not for real, but like that's just how I feel in the moment. Because I want you to be true to who you are, sister. Which brings me to Plain Jane. I feel like what you wanted for yourself and what the producers now want from you are different. I feel like you wanted to come in and have that, like, I can be a little bit of a bitch. And then they were like, well, maybe we can try to make her a little bit more likable because she is doing so well in the competition. But it's not working for a lot of people. I see the Plain Jane trying to be cute edit. But it's just not working because the other girls are clocking it. And I think at this point, we're going to have to accept the fact that Plain Jane will be on an all-star season because the chance of her being the winner of this season is very, very low. Typically, villains are not crowned. People try to say like, oh, season 7, Violet Chachki. Violet Chachki was just to see you next Tuesday. She wasn't the villain. The villain edit actually went to Kennedy and more so Ginger in that season. But if you can see around it, you can tell that Violet was equally, a witch to them people. So, it is what it is. But that's how TV works. We love it. We like to sit around and talk about it. And we're going to analyze it. Now, Dawn, you are the leader. I said this the other day. Dawn, your edit is currently giving the leader of the filler girls. Dawn is giving, you're going to be a lovely 5th place, sis. A lovely 5th place. Because Saphira, Plasma, Nymphia, and Plain Jane are going to be there. And then and Dawn is going to go home here. Q right behind her. I don't know, just the edit I'm seeing, based on what I'm seeing, it's giving Q is going to fall off because eventually it's just going to, like, she's bored. Her edit is boring. So who knows? We'll see. I'm going to try and be back next week with more predictions, analyzations, and all the fun jazz, down to the stuff happening at the RuPaul's Drag Race. But with that, I'm going to get up out of here. Y'all make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Thank y'all so much for sitting through this. I promise I'm going to be back more consistent. I can't promise it's going to be every week, but I'm going to try and get all the episodes for the rest of the season. But with that, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram because you will see all the stuff that I'm doing because I do the drags in person. Okay, I'm a drag queen. It's really just the fact that I've been booked. I've been booked and busy. That's why I haven't been on YouTube, which has been a blessing in all of it short. But I do love being here with y'all and getting to talk to the people in the comments. So get in my comment section. Tell me something that's going on. Tell me something good. I'll see y'all in the next one. And with that, we're going to get up out of here.
Get down to the B-side.
Hello, beautiful people.